Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Green Room Podcast. I'm Matthew Bruni, and joining me once again is Colin Mitchell. Colin, it is currently 48-27. UTSA leads with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left. Yep, go back, check the TV. That is
Yep.
correct. It's third down. Austin Auni's looking to the sideline, hoping and praying that somebody gets open and that he can actually throw the ball accurately. And it probably still won't happen, but here we are. I'm in Atlanta. You're not in McKinney. Instant reaction podcast. North Texas loses in another championship game. How you feeling?
I mean, what do you want me to say to that? How you feeling? I mean, the same I felt the last 7 years. Bowl game after championship game, after important game, after false hope, all the hope. We felt hope earlier this game. And
Yeah.
you just get it ripped out from your soul. All hope. You know?
Yep. And I don't know. It's like the whole time for personal reasons. It's like what we said after the Rice game, right? It's just like we knew this was going to happen. We literally knew this was going to happen. I tried being optimistic, and I said they were going to lose by 7. I was wrong. I'm going to have to eat that damn hot chip, probably. We haven't done the damn results yet, but it's not looking good for me, okay? Because I thought maybe North Texas could cover a 13.5-point spread. They cannot. So it is another loss in a bowl game / championship game where they're going to have lost by 20 or more points.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't know if you can look it up right now on your computer, but I mean, you think about all the results. Army. I mean, I could probably go off the top of my head. 2016 Army goes to overtime, lose. 2017 FAU lose by 30. Bowl game. That was the Troy year, right? Lose by 20. Next year, lose to Utah State by 30. Following year, next time they could bowl was App State, lose by 30. This year, lose by 30 or they're down 21 right now. It's just like it is what they are. Like we didn't need to see this to tell us anything new. It's the same thing. We said it right after the Rice game.
Yep.
We came on here. You said it's like you're sitting in the bath and you're just sitting in lukewarm water where nothing's happening and you
Yep.
know what's going to happen. They're punting the ball. First of all, they're punting the ball down 21 on 4th and 14.
Oh, they
That
have the ball? I didn't even know.
That is incredible. UTSA is going to go score again. Jeez.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's the same thing every year. And for those who, went into this game optimistic or went into this game, I don't even want to say, because I enjoy when people disagree with us on social media. Or in the comments. It's great. I enjoy all of it. But it's so predictable, and I don't understand how people could watch this team the entire year and say this wasn't predictable.
Well, it's like what I opened up last podcast with when you spit out your water. The fan in you thinks they're going to do it this time.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. I said I think they're going to win, but rational me knows they aren't. And this is what rational me knew, and this is what rational everyone knew, right? I pointed to the TV. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was like this. You go on Twitter, and every fan that believed now is going back to their rational selves because they've been brought down. And they're like, okay, well, this is exactly what they've been. This is what they've always been. This is what they're always going to be under Seth Luttrell. So, I mean, what else can you expect? I mean, honestly, what else can you expect? They're going to go to the bowl game. They're going to play, looks like Air Force, according to the projections, the best rushing team in the nation. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to end the year 7-7. I mean, right? That's what's going to happen.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're 100% right. And no, seriously, if they play Air Force, I'm terrified for them. Because we just saw what UTSA did to them on the ground. Like, they can't stop the run. They can't. And it's just like in the biggest moments. I don't know. I brought up Phil Bennett last podcast. I casually in passing, I was like, hey, we cool with Phil Bennett? Just like, this defense just not seeming like they can really do anything against good teams or get pushed around against Rice, even though they only allowed 17 points. Like, are we cool with that? And yeah, I think you spoke for a lot of fans. It's like, yeah, he's not the problem. And sure, he's not the problem. But I think when you look at this team and this program as a whole, and you could look at everybody, including South Latrell, and be like, well, they're not bad. And I think that's fair, right? They're not a bad program. They're not FIU, right? They're not like Charlotte right now. That's great. That's awesome. Again, I'll go back to it. That's not the standard I'm holding North Texas to. You have the most resources in Conference USA. You have the highest paid coach in Conference USA. You have a how long 60-year head start on UTSA as a program.
Yeah, and you always think about that. Every in this rivalry especially, everyone thinks about that, and all UTSA has to say, we've been around 12 years. That's all they have to say.
And they already have what they've won 2 more Conference USA championships than North Texas.
Yep.
Like, and now here they are dumping. Oh, they missed the Gatorade dump on trailer. That's embarrassing.
And Trailer had a quote pregame, and I think everyone heard it. He goes, he was asked about the injured players. He says, injured teams don't win championships, tough teams do. Or healthy teams don't win championships, tough teams do.
Yeah,
and
that was tough. That set the tone.
No, it did. And you think about it, it's like we can sit here and be like, Oscar Attaway's not playing, whatever. In years past, whoever's injured.
Yeah.
Well, UTSA is missing one of their best receivers and their best running back.
Yeah.
Look what they just did. They just hung.
And they've had a beat up offensive line the entire year.
I don't know what
Rashad Wisdom, best DB, is out for the year. They just win. They just win. And I think it's and that's why I go back to being like, they're not a bad program. If they end the year 7-7, is it the worst year in the world? No, it's not. But it's just not what I want to hold North Texas to. Now, maybe again in the American, if they go 7, if they end 500 with the schedule they have next year, and like then maybe we're having a conversation. Like if they beat Tulane, if they beat SMU next year, if they beat a team. Like if they actually show us something on a semi-consistent basis against good teams, then we have something. Well, they've been far too inconsistent against good teams under Seth Latrell. And I don't think they've been inconsistent. Actually, they've been pretty consistent. They lose.
Yeah.
They lose. They beat FIU. Cool. They beat Texas Southern. They beat FAU. They beat they had the Western Kentucky win. Again, like I said 2 podcasts ago, 1.5 wins this year.
Yeah.
They have 1.5 wins this year.
And
that's just what it comes back to.
And you brought up a really good point. If this is the American and they're going 7-7 or 7-6, you say, okay, well, yeah, that's because there's good teams in there. Every year, I feel like, and just from my fandom, since 2014, you look at it and you go, every year there's a game, whether it's SMU, whether it's whatever preseason or pre-conference opponent you're playing, you go, okay, when we play them, this is going to be the best team we play all season, because all the Conference USA teams you go through and you're like, you never feel good about a win. It's like, we beat FIU, we beat FAU, but when you beat that SMU, you go, oh, we beat SMU, we beat our, and those don't happen in the conference like Conference USA. Next year, sure, you rattle off a couple wins against SMU, Memphis, you go, oh, we just beat Memphis, we just beat SMU. Well, that's not in this conference, and it's never has been, and that's the standard, unfortunately, that.
And the teams that are at that standard, yes, you beat Western Kentucky, but again, that feels like the outlier this season. It just does. Yep. I'm sorry. I don't want to diminish that win. It was the awesome performance. They deserve credit for beating Western Kentucky, but it feels like the outlier performance of the year, just like last year beating UTSA felt like the outlier performance of the year. Like, it's just you can't consistently rely on this team to even be competitive in these games.
Yeah,
you can't. And so that's why when I come on the podcast, and I came on the last podcast and I was like negative, I was like, they don't deserve to be in this game. They're the 4th best team in Conference USA, all this negative stuff. It's because we can see this coming. And it's because if you want to hold on to the Western Kentucky win, that's fine. That's your opinion. But I don't want to hold on to the outlier. I want to hold on to what we've seen the entire season and take the entire season as a whole and be like, this is what this team is. This is the pie. And I don't like the pie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you're completely right. I mean, there's honestly, I don't know what else. I mean, we've only been doing this for 10 minutes.
It doesn't have. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to go that long. I think if we look at it just a little bit more granular. Also, they're not letting. Are they? I think I just saw them tackle a kid trying to run on the field. So, oh no, they're getting on there. They're getting on there. Look at those kids.
They're all up there.
They're getting on there now. Couldn't stop them all. But yeah, I mean, again, you just see the coaching disparity, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And it's painfully obvious when you watch a Jeff Traylor coach team. I mean, they went undefeated in the Conference USA. Like that's
they hadn't lost since the Texas loss.
Yeah, and again, we go back to it. The Texas game, they were fighting with Texas for a half. They went 3 overtimes with Houston. And this is a team that lost a lot of talent from last year. That's in the NFL. Go look at the Seahawks defensive back room. That they're one of their better DBs was on this team last year. Yeah, it's just that's what North Texas wants to be. And it's crazy that we're saying that when, remember 3 years ago, or was it 2020 or 2019?
It was 3 years ago.
It was 2019 when North Texas beat them 45-3.
Yeah.
Remember that? We were there. You had the great picture where everyone had to run into the end zone. 45-3 3 years ago.
That's crazy.
And now look at where we are. UTSA has won back-to-back conference championships.
Right? When you're a program that doesn't settle for being comfortable, and obviously UTSA wasn't comfortable. I'm not trying to say they were, but they made the change and made the right change, and that's what it gets you. They have, I mean, Frank Harris's quarterback 3 years ago. Obviously, he got injured, but he was still the quarterback.
And look, when it comes to resources, it's not even close. North Texas has probably UTSA just built a freaking last year, just put a freaking roof over their practice field.
Yeah.
They're playing at the Alamodome, which is great, but they don't have a home field on campus. They're having to travel from UTSA to the Alamodome. That is not a short drive. That's a 25-minute drive.
Yeah.
Okay. And North Texas has all these things going for it. You're in North Texas. You're in the DFW area, recruiting hotbed. All right. I don't even have to tell you. LSU has freaking 3 dudes from there that they're either trying to go for or already have in the class. Guy from Guyer, guy from Arlington Martin. You go down the list of these teams up there in Dallas. It is a recruiting freaking war up there. And UTSA is in San Antonio. And I am from San Antonio. I know that there is very limited talent in San Antonio, and they're still have the entire city bought in. That's just what happens when you have a coach with a little bit of charisma, with a little bit of I don't want to say passion, because Latrell's obviously passionate, and I would never take that away from him. Latrell cares about what he does. He says all the right things, but there's just a different feeling with Jeff Traylor in San Antonio. My dad is bought into Jeff Traylor. And he graduated from UTSA in 1980 something. It's just a different feeling. I don't know. And that's where I come back to. Every time I watch UTSA play, I'm just like, damn, they got a coach. They got a coach. Yeah. Now, will it last? Now, obviously, and that's the whole thing with G5 programs, in my opinion. Well, it's with every program, really, is you are as good as your coach is, but how good your program is kind of allows you to replenish at the head coaching position when guys leave. So it will be interesting if he does leave after the season. But we don't have to turn this into UTSA podcast. I'm just saying what they've built here is truly, truly remarkable. Right. I think it's what North Texas fans wish they had.
I think it's something you should bring up, because if you think about it, if he does leave after the season, he's teed them up perfectly when they go into the AAC, because the coach is going to want to coach in the AAC. It's not like, they're still in Conference USA and the coach is down. We just saw Tom Herman go to FAU.
Yeah.
I mean, that says enough. You're able to get people to coach in the AAC, and it's going to be awfully tough for North Texas next year, I think, because they're going to constantly compare themselves to UTSA, obviously, and then now it's going to be FAU, and it's I'm speechless.
I mean, again, I said it before. If you look at their schedule next year in conference play, the 8 games they have, I believe if they had that schedule this year, they would have been favored in only 3 of those games.
Yeah.
And that's including a Navy team that's not a pushover. That's including a Tulsa team that I don't think is a complete pushover. So it's I don't know. It's you had to take advantage of this year.
Yep.
And let me get to a different point. You had to take advantage of this year to a degree, man. This is the year before you go to the American, because you ain't winning the championship in the American. You're not.
Yep.
You wanted to win championships. This was the year you had to do it, and you blew it. Even though you got into the championship game when personally I didn't think they were the second best team in the conference. People can maybe disagree on that. Cool. But I didn't think you were the second best team in the conference, but you made it anyways. You have a second shot at your rival in UTSA, and you blow it. You blow it again. So it just feels like a giant missed opportunity for them. And now you're going into a tougher conference. And once again, you have to kind of reevaluate things because I mean, we'll see what they do against Air Force if they do play, if they do play Air Force. But
I mean, I feel like that's neither here nor there now. I mean, in reality, obviously you're playing for a bowl win, but what are you actually playing for? I mean, in my eyes, the writing's on the wall.
Well, the writing's been on the wall for you.
Well, no,
you called this. You've seen this coming though, to a degree.
I know, but I mean, I don't mean not from my perspective or a fan's perspective, but if I'm a player, recruit, Seth, Phil, whoever, this was gonna, like you just said, you had to take advantage of this year. You didn't take advantage of this year. What are you playing for now? You can win a bowl game, by whatever. You just did this in the biggest moment of what's going to be left of this year, and now you have a bowl game. You have a team that's probably not very happy. You just gave up 48 to UTSA. I mean, there was like a fight or something on the sidelines between Quinn Whitlock and somebody. Like, there is clearly tension, is what I'm trying to say, and it's going to be hard to go from here and have any sort of optimism going to a bowl game. Because the players know as much as we know, this is still a problem.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to, I don't know. It's hard to psychoanalyze players from a distance. But I think you're right. I think there is, like, it's obvious. And I think you worded it well. The writing's on the wall. It's like anybody who's paying attention, it's like that was the opportunity. In my opinion, you put all your eggs into that basket to win a conference championship and to take advantage of being in that situation, and they didn't.
And it sucks too because I mean you have good players. We talked about the talent on this team, and it just seems like Katie Davis just broke the all-time tackle record. You think he's gonna be remembering that? No, he's not even gonna think about that.
Yeah, and so it's just pain. It's just annoying.
Yeah, isn't it? It's not like I'm not angry. I'm annoyed.
Yeah, because like angry would, to me, for me to have been angry at this, it would have had to have been they choked the game away somehow.
Yeah,
like they had it won and they didn't. In my opinion, this game was over as soon as Austin already threw the first pick.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm counting it as a pick six. I don't give a damn what y'all say. It was returned inside the 10. They go down and score in like whatever how many plays. I'm counting it as another pick six on Austin. So you can give him the damn record for touchdowns. I don't care. He does not have the record.
He has the record for pick sixes, and
he's got as long as I'll acknowledge that he has the touchdown record as long as you write in little writing at the bottom, be like also holds the record for most
pick sixes in the season.
Yeah,
that's funny.
That's it. The only way I will acknowledge it because he is not good. Like I'm sorry. Like
no, I mean,
hold on. Let me.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. You go.
Because he's been fine this year. He's been fine as a product as a whole. I think he's been fine. But do I think he is good? No. Like, just no, I don't. And so you could throw as many stats as you want at me. He went 14 to 29 today for 194 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. And that is an Austin Aune stat line if I've ever heard one. And one of those was basically a pick six. So it's like,
not to mention that touchdown was an insane catch.
Yeah, I mean, the touchdown, he just threw it over. Jair Shorter was awesome. I mean, again, Jair Shorter just bails them out a lot of times. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I know. We said that we were just going to do another pod on Sunday, but I feel like we don't really have much else.
Oh no, that was only if we went short.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I mean, if I was going to ask you a question, and that's what I was going to go into. Is where do you think obviously, I think it's fair now to look just past. We'll still do a bowl preview, but
yes. We have to do the hot chip.
Yeah, but yeah, that's going to be the main feature there.
The main feature.
In terms of where the team goes from here, I mean, let me just ask you this: how does this affect, in your eyes, right away? What does this affect? This loss?
You mean for Latrell?
Latrell, you
Oh,
understand.
just everything.
Yeah, I
Everything
mean,
in the
you
world.
understand recruiting a lot better than me. I mean, in some sense,
Look,
UTSA is going to the same place.
I don't think recruiting is not going to be influenced by this. I don't think at all. In my opinion, recruiting in a lot of ways is not reliant on individual wins and losses.
Okay.
It's a lot more overarching. Like if they would have gone 10-2, it would have helped them. But the difference between 6 wins and 7 wins isn't drastic to recruits. I think you just have to start with Seth Luttrell, right? That's what you have to start with when assessing where this program goes from here. But more importantly, we have to see who they hire as an athletic director, because I don't think Neil Smatras is going to fire Luttrell. Like I don't think that's going to happen unless if Luttrell wanted to leave, which I don't think he will or would in any world. I don't think Luttrell will voluntarily want to leave. So we'll have to wait for that domino to fall.
That's
Once
true.
that domino falls, we have to see what an athletic director, who it is, and B, I know it's easy for us to say if I was an athletic director walking in, I would want a new coach going into a new conference with the resources that I have. Personally, I would want that. But maybe they want to give Luttrell a year and a tryout year. Maybe they want to lower his buyout or something like that. I haven't looked at his buyout. I don't know what it is, but I'm saying there are a lot of factors that go into that. But I think the more than anything else, it just, I don't want to say it saddens me, but it just feels like this was like after the first 2 years, it was up. Then the following 3 years, it was down. It felt like they might be able to get back on that upward trajectory. After the West Kentucky win, after FIU, then you lose to UAB, struggle with Rice. You're like, okay, you're still in the championship. If you just win this game, you buy yourself some time. And they couldn't win this game, and they couldn't even come close. So now, again, me personally, if I'm an athletic director or if I'm somebody assessing Seth Luttrell, I think the only way you can properly assess Seth Luttrell is by how he's done in bowl games and championship games.
Yeah.
And he has completely been an utter disaster and an utter failure in those departments.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
mean, and there's more stats to back that up. You have your against the spread stat. We
Oh, yeah.
We saw that today. Down at halftime is 9-36. I guess now 9-37. Never, won a game down 2 scores at half.
Yeah.
And there's just tons of things that just stack up against you. Do you think there not being an AD throws a wrench in? Like, do you think if?
I feel like it makes it kind of weird.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
I don't know how fast they're going to work.
I asked that because, like, if in my eyes, like the way this loss happened and the way it was, and just where the team or the program is, this loss seems like it's like you fire the coach afterward. Like in my head.
See, okay, but this is the hard thing. That's our perspective, right? That's our perspective. But that's us being tied into the program. That's us being following this program, and now kind of as fans. If I told you, let's just say, give me a random team. I don't know. Let's say Troy went to the Sun Belt Championship and was 7-5 on the year and lost the Sun Belt Championship by 21 points, just on the surface, and they fired their coach. Wouldn't that be like, damn, why'd they do that? You know what I mean?
I mean, you can kind of compare it to this. I mean, UAB had an interim head coach. The whole team got behind him, went 6-6, got him in a bowl game. Before the bowl game, they hired a new coach because they want to go in a different direction. I think decisiveness in any situation, business, career, whatever, has to be the way you go. And that was my problem last week, is it's like you've been comfortable too long sitting in the same spot. You have to be decisive and make a move in some way. And that's why I say that after a loss like this, if they still had an AD, obviously with an AD, it's hard to fire somebody. This is a thing where you go, okay, well, this is clearly over.
It's tough.
It is.
I think the bowl game still holds weight, personally. If they get ran in the bowl game, look, it's still gray area right now. I think if they get run out in the bowl game,
outside coming in, yes, but we all know that that's not going to be a win.
I'm okay, but look, but it would make your job like if Ren Baker was still here, I would tell Ren Baker, hey, hold on, don't do it yet. Just wait till they get blown out by Air Force, and then you can do it. Like it just would make life so much easier, because then you can really just stack up the receipts. Like you already have a pretty good list, but
okay.
If they beat Air Force,
my counter argument
go
to
ahead.
that is, what do you have to gain from watching them lose again? In my eyes, you only have something to lose, and that would be more.
I think you just let it play out, and you have another reason, basically.
Well,
your 13th
I
reason.
mean, I get that, but who are the receipts for? Yourself? You're the AD. You make the decisions.
Yeah, but he's also judged to a degree. I think it just makes it easier. I mean, he still answers to people. I mean, he's a
for sure. No, he does. But like,
not,
say they win, and then it's a lot harder to get rid of.
Look, yes, it is harder, but I just think there's a lot to assess right now at this moment. This isn't black and white to me. It's still not black and white to me. If they would have lost to Western Kentucky and, or maybe lost to Rice,
God forbid that happens.
then this isn't even a conversation. Then the gray area is gone. I still think there's a little bit of gray area right now. So I can't pull the trigger yet. With that being said, just wait. Just wait like 2 weeks. It'll all be done. I don't believe. And anybody who does believe that they could be Air Force,
no,
okay.
I don't care. I don't care who it is. Air Force, it could be anybody. You give me think of a worse football conference than the Conference USA. Tell me.
It's probably on par with the MAC.
The
I'd
MAC.
say.
Okay, you give
Or
me the
like
MAC.
Miami, Ohio from last year.
Did they play? Yeah, exactly. And they lost.
Yeah, they lost.
Any 6-16 from any conference is going to be favored by 2 touchdowns, in my eyes. Like not like from a spread perspective, but in my mind, I'm going to that game thinking, yeah, we're 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Again, that goes back. Let me just circle it all the way back around. Let's connect it to the front.
Yeah.
You say that because we've been down here before.
Yeah.
We know what's going to happen. We've been sitting in the lukewarm water. It's everybody else that's surprised right now. It's not us. We came on here. We're like, all right, when are we potting? We said at halftime, when are we doing the podcast? Oh, let's just wait till they get down like 3 scores and then we'll do it. Just kept pushing it off, and here we are. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Congratulations to UTSA, best team in the conference. By a freaking mile. What a team. What a program. I wish, like I just wish North Texas would have won, because I don't have to call my dad tomorrow because they went to the game.
About to just talk your ear.
But it's right, because last year when North Texas beat them,
you do the same.
I was over here talking all that shit, man. And now here we are. He's gonna call me, or tomorrow gonna be on the phone, be like, yeah. So whatever. But hey, congratulations to them, best team. I wish they could make a New Year's Six bowl, but I think the winner of the American between Tulane and UCF will end up making it. But yeah, I wish they would make it. That'd be cool.
They're gonna be ranked 29th.
I think they're 22. I think they're 22, but I don't think, no offense to North Texas, I don't think a win over North Texas is going to get them.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe people lose. Maybe other teams lose.
Well, no, I already told you. UCF is like 23 or something, and Tulane's like 19 or something like that. So the winner of that will probably go. So whatever. But yeah, that's it. I think that's all we have. I mean, again, I'll go through the pick'em. I got the
stats up right here.
Okay, I was really disappointed defensively with this team to just get destroyed the way they did. Offensively, I thought it was okay. But like the thing about UTSA is, how many yards did they end up with? Let's see.
Total yards, 344 plus 227.
571.
Yeah. That's not good.
571 yards, because we have to remember they drove all the way down the field and got to the 1 and got stuffed 3 times, which again is awesome. If you're North Texas defense, you held them on the goal line. At the same time, it's 99 yards. Like it was obvious that they just couldn't stop them at all.
Bruni, you might not be eating a chip.
Hold on, let's see. All right, let's start. Let's start right now.
Okay.
Austin Auni's longest pass of 42 and a half. I think that's under, right? I don't think he had. Oh no, he had the
long 51 to Kalen Horton.
Kalen Horton, when did that one happen?
That was the one that it was the drive where Kalen Horton also threw the pass to the ground.
What a play that is. All right, Frank Harris over under 1.5 rushing touchdowns. It was under.
Oh, did he get 2?
I don't think so.
Oh, you only got one.
Oh, you only got one. All right, that's Bruni.
Yep.
All right. UTSA 4.9 yards per rush. I said under. You said over.
It's under 4.8.
It's 4.8. Over under North Texas 26.5 points. I said over. You said under. It is over. Oh my God, Bruni is taking the lead. How has this happened? Austin Ani over under 2.5 touchdown passes. We both said under. That one's void. UTSA minus 13.5. Colin took UTSA, so Colin gets that one. And then score prediction.
I feel like the score is too bad for us to like considering how close this is for us because we give it to me, right?
48-27. Yes.
But I feel like that's not
No,
fair.
that's you, dude. No.
You think? What I say?
Colin has 38-24. I have 42-35. Bro, you had 38-24 and it was 48-27.
Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I don't have to eat the hot chip now. If we go to the
bro, I had it as a 7-point game.
That's true. That's true, honestly. That's true.
Can't justify that. I would love to justify that.
How many penalties do they have? Would it even mattered?
A lot. I won that one. Oh no, I said under? I thought I had 6.
I thought you had 6.
Oh, I did have 6. Okay, I wrote it wrong. It doesn't matter. I think I lost anyways. Hold on, let's see. So Colin got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3-3 with one tie. All right.
That's crazy.
Hey, let me share the screen here so that I can show it. Here we are. As you can see, there was the score going in. Colin, Bruni, push, Colin puts us at, I got the tiebreaker, but it doesn't matter. Puts us at Colin 30, Bruni 29.
Hey, that's really close. At least it wasn't a blowout all year, you know? You kind of came back at the end there. If you just didn't believe in North Texas, you would have won. That's crazy, huh? That's all you had to do was just not believe.
All they had to do was not lose by 14 or more points. These bums, man. All right. Well, I'll have to order the chip.
Yep.
Damn.
This is going to be really fun.
I got to get it ordered soon, too, because we got the bowl prep. Well, actually, no, we don't know when the bowl is.
I mean, still get the chip out of it. Yeah. I feel like it's like one of those weird things that take like 2 weeks to get to you.
It's gonna take 2 weeks to get.
They got to prepare it. They take like a Dorito and they just like rub whatever pepper on it.
All right. Well, that will be the bowl preview. I don't know when the bowl will be. I'm assuming like somewhere in like the 18th to like 20 something range.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll do a basketball podcast.
Yeah, I haven't even thought of basketball the last week. So
well, they haven't played since last weekend.
Well,
so.
I just mean, yeah, you get
That's okay. That's all right. All right. That's all we have. We hope y'all enjoyed it. Went 33 minutes on a reaction podcast. So yeah, I'm over here in Atlanta. Colin's in Prosper,
Texas. Yep.
Look at us. Still finding ways to do the podcast.
Who would have thought?
It is 11:30 Eastern time over here. That's all we got. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode. I'm just still thinking about the damn hot chip. This is gonna be.
Man, that was kind of an up and down roller coaster. You reading them off too.
I know. I thought I had it for a second.
You had the Frank Harris touchdowns. That was crazy.
I thought I had it, and then I looked down. I said Austin Ani 2.5 touchdown passes. Well, the thing is, I would have lost anyway because you said under on that first, and so I was thinking about going over. And then remember, I was like, no, I can't bet on Austin Ani going.
Oh yeah, you said I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna. Yeah. I remember.
So I would have lost that anyways. But
it just picks, honestly, over under 2.5 picks. That's what you should have done.
That's okay. That's all right. But anyways, that's all we have for y'all today. We hope y'all enjoyed the podcast. Kind of rambled for a long time. I don't even know how we went 35 minutes, but whatever. Y'all enjoy the podcast. We hope y'all send it to a friend. Y'all leave a like. Y'all share. Leave comments. We appreciate all the interaction, even all the UTSA fans that have somehow found our podcast immediately after we dropped them. I don't know who's
for weird reasons. that they don't cheer, or that I said that no, I didn't say that. I said they'd be silent after if North Texas won up 14-0. Sorry.
And then they're like, well, we were down 24-0 to UTEP.
We were
and
cheering.
we still weren't quiet. But like, all right, congratulations. Weird flex, but okay. USC is about to lose, man. Wow.
Weren't they like destroying?
Put UTSA in the playoff. I'm now a road. I want the Roadrunners in the playoff against Georgia. There you go. All right, that's all we got. I'll stop rambling. We will talk to y'all later, and I hope y'all have a good one.